Hi there. So today is Friday. Let's have some easy one. So I want to talk about my oil sell today and my gold buy. But first thing, let's go and talk about something what most people I think don't understand yet. But it is very important thing, especially when we talk about this oil sell what I was taking today, and the reason was very spiritual. So let's do some clean here. So the first thing we all know, we all know this pattern. We have this yin yang pattern, and we all know between those two, pushing and pulling force, where there is absolutely the 0 point. There is absolutely the 0 point here, absolutely zero. And now is we have to understanding one thing. Come on, move now. So we have to understanding one thing. So those both are, one is pushing and one is pulling. So right now what is happening, they are ultimate balance. So that's mean that's 50 and 50. So the other side is 50 and 50. So both sides are ultimate balance. They're going nice and smooth here like that, because they are ultimate balance right now. But let's say one side is 75 and one side is 45, let's say like that. So what is happening now? So the more force is right now above and less is below. So but what's happened is now when the emotion is coming in, so the emotion is going higher than, so let's say we start here, so the emotion is going break above it, pushing, and we're gonna go more above it, and then we're gonna break down and going, because the 75, the force of the 75 jumping in, it's jumping in there. So it's like I'm calling this spiritual balance basically. And opposite side, when it's gonna be the opposite side, the force is coming pushing downside, and then it's pushing back upside and going this one. So the both sides are push and pulling. But what side is stronger? That's mean the weaker side is coming in, and then the higher force is gonna press it down. So that's a very philosophy, and that's what my eidetic memory is doing. But so now in a trade, so what was happening here, so we have this first level of the holder here. So we see we create this level of the holder, we retest going this long what we take here back to the middle line, the rejection zone. After that, breaking and retest and going back to the higher time frame rejection zone, and now we get the double rejected. We break this level of the holder and going down, and my take profit was back to the mid zone. And so now we see we create a new level of the holder. When market wanna go upside, we have to break above it. That's the only point. But now we're going downside. We have this perfect Fibonacci play here, 618 rejection, and now it's a new day. So now we see how price actually retesting that level of the holder here. So for me is the I'm gonna measure the pullback now. So first we create this first level of the holder, but we break and retest nicely, and going above to the next rejection zone what we have, we break and retest. So now we break above the middle line. So the middle line is when you have, let's say this is gonna be the pattern right now here, this is the middle line of the spiritual balance. So that's the middle line there. And now when we break above it, so the first thing what I see is this, you know, weakness behavior pattern here. And when we're gonna zoom in, I'm gonna see this level of the holding here, and we actually don't hold it, you know, we hold, and now we break and retest the, you know, the level of the holder, retest the rejection, the mid rejection zone, and going back above this rejection high here, what we create. And the thing what I was waiting was, I was waiting when we're gonna go back, retest the trend line and rejection zone same time, and that was my entry. And my stop loss was exactly the mid line here, and take profit was back to the level of the holder, you know, the original one here, what we have, where we break in the first one and the new one what we create. And that was it basically, because this force right now what we gain up here, you know, let's say we can say right now this was 75% and this was 45%, you know, all this was pushing all the way back to the same zone when this force start, you know, breaking in downside. And then I see the first confirmation, the second confirmation, the third confirmation, and then we get the fourth and the fifth confirmation at the same time, and that was for me information to take that trade. You know, very solid trade, very solid trade, 6.5 risk reward ratio, like perfect trade. So let's talk about the gold trade. So for me, we have these two, let's zoom back. So we have these two rejection zone here. What was one, what is original one, the OG one, and that what we create after that, you know, when we try it first time, break it. So I was still holding that zone for me here. So now we have this rejection, we're holding, breaking, and now we make the new one and we hold that. So the market is pretty, shows to me we holding, you know, we didn't break back in this zone, so we break back above it. So for me was, now we make this original box here where the price is going, you know, bouncing, ding 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 ding. So now we have below here, we have level of the holders. You see the price is actually holding, and price is holding, and price is holding, and the same zone is above too. And what was happening, so what we have to do is, when we want to break lower, we have to break that zone, retest it, and going lower. But in that time right now, we actually break above it, retest it here, the same zone here. So the opposite principle we're gonna be, we break it, retest it, and go into the next zone, exactly like here. But in that case, we was going above it, we retested twice and going higher. So after that retest, when price pull back, that was my entry. Stop loss was exactly where the box is, and this was my take profit 1 and take profit 2, and I was holding all the way to take profit 2, and that was trades. There was even, like, you can say we have even take profit 3, but it's Friday, you know, it's a very good point actually. So, and that was the 6.3 risk reward ratio trades. I shared that trade here too, like same trades, same entry, then lot size 4.5 hour, 150 pips, absolutely perfect trades. And oil same, like that's the thing, like we have to literally like give a good think about that. It's super important thing to actually realize, and you have to understand, you know, all the time when we see this pattern here, you know, like I can make it again. There's one very big thing what people actually doing universally wrong. Oh, I have this one here and we have this one here. So what people doing universally wrong is they see only right now like 2D picture, but that's actually not 2D. that's a 3D or even 4D or even 5D actually model, you know. It's not only 2D picture, it's actually 3D, and you have to thinking it's 3D. I'm thinking it's 5D even, because I see much more than actually people even can think about it. But we have to think it's not 2D picture. Yeah, you have to visualize it. What is above, it's below. What is behind, it is front. You know, it's going through the infinity to the ultimately infinity. Basically, it's never ending, and it's like donuts. You know, energy going around, 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 around. It's like two donuts together. It's very powerful principle, very powerful. But I'm gonna finish today. It's Friday, and I'm gonna say every single one have a good weekend. Take the time, relax, go in the nature, camping, hammocking, make your own food, and peace. Gonna see you every single one on Monday. Ciao.